For 3 months, Stephanie sleeps in a cocoon of gauze and tubes, growing new skin and healing from the crash. Finally, it is time to wake her.
Your first memory after August 16th, 2008.
I remember they wrote November 5th on the little whiteboards.
At what point did you really learn what had happened to you? At what point did you learn that the old Stephanie Nielson would never be the same?
I remember them doing a dressing change. And I remember looking at my body, looking at my hands, and my legs. It was burned, and it was black and swirly with pinks and purples, and I couldn't even comprehend what my face looked like.
That new face is unrecognizable from the image she once knew. Gone are the eyebrows, her bee-stung lips, her trademark freckles. This is Stephanie Nielson today.
You had a standing request that when you were in the rehab room, where there were lots of mirrors, that they had to cover the mirrors up. You did not want to see images of yourself.
I didn't want to get too caught up in that, because then I wouldn't get better.
It takes 5 weeks to work up the courage to look at herself in the mirror. Stephanie has good reason to face her reflection. Make that 4 good reasons. Her children are coming to visit for the first time, and she wants to see what they will see.
So Christian came to your room with a small mirror. Did you look at the mirror with him, or did you send him out?
I told him I think I need to do this alone. And I did it slowly, started with my lips and went up to my head and just sort of kind of took it all in, piece by piece of my body, my face.
Looking at small, the chin first, maybe a cheekbone.
What is that? What is that? Why does it look like that? You know, it was hard. It was so hard. But I saw my eyes, and I had eyes, and my eyelashes were there. So I still felt like I was there.
Stephanie's new face and body have taken months of surgeries and skin grafts performed by Dr. Lettieri, Stephanie's plastic surgeon, and Dr. Daniel Caruso.
The worst burn she had were her face, far and away.
Her face?
Her face.
And you had to cut all of that away?
Yes, all of it.
Her forehead, cheeks, around the eyes, the neck, the shoulders, those are all bad third-degree burns.
All the burned skin, tissue, muscles, tendons must be removed. Doctors rebuild a face over what is left, first covering it with skin from a cadaver, tricking the body into thinking it is new skin. Once the wounds have healed a bit, a permanent fix comes from what little skin on Stephanie's body that wasn't burned.
The skin on her forehead is from her scalp. The skin around her eyes is from her inner arm. The skin on the cheeks is from the back.
As the patchwork of skin heals, it creates thick, tender red scars that resist movement.
It was scary looking. I would spend nights with her and wake up in the middle of the night and look over at her and just be frightened. She was something from a horror movie.
But the most painful part of Stephanie's awakening is yet to come. For months now, her 4 children have lived with her sisters, still waiting for Mom's pizza and lullabies. Stephanie has missed so much. Claire's birthday.
Hi, Jane.
Hi, Mommy.
Jane's first day at a new school.
What's today?
Halloween. And 126 nights of bedtime kisses for Nicholas and Oliver. Stephanie's sisters try to prepare the children, warning them Mommy does not look the same.
I was so nervous to see them.
They were nervous too.
That door opened and Jane walked in.
I was like, hi, Jane. And then I just will never forget her look that she gave me. It was like, it was just speechless. And then she put her head down. She wouldn't look at me for the rest of the time. I wanted to die. It was awful to not have your own daughter not want to look at you. It just felt very, where words just don't even describe that feeling.
Claire wouldn't even come in.
No, Claire wouldn't come in.
She got the scoop from Jane and
Yeah,
said,
Jane
"No
was
way."
like, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't go in there.
So do you remember when you visited your mom?
Yes, it was kind of shocking.
What was shocking about it?
Well, I walked in and she was kind of a different person to me.
Did you really get a chance to look at her, or did you just stay outside?
Well, I went outside. Jane walked right in, and she thought it was going to be our mom, and then she walked right out.
So you ended up closing the curtain.
We just talked, yeah.
And you would talk to Claire through the curtain? How about the boys?
Oliver was fine. He came in, had a little car we gave him, and he rolled it up against my leg.
He was the one child who walked into your room and just said, "Hi, Mom."
Yeah, but Nicholas didn't know me.
Lucky boy, Natal.
Nicholas, just 18 months old when the crash happened, has been living with his Aunt Lucy, who he now calls Mommy.
That must have been heartbreaking.
It hurt so bad.
He would stand at the door and cry for
Cry
Lucy.
for his mom. And I was like, that's me, but I can't touch you because my body hurts, but it was awful. Would rip my heart out every time.
The rejection by her own children, Stephanie says, is almost too much to bear.
I didn't feel like me. I felt like I had died. I was mourning myself, and I felt so guilty and so embarrassed.
Why?
Because what mother does this to her children,
You got into a plane crash.
I know. I was just feeling so guilty. I just felt so terrible. I didn't look like the mother that I was. I thought it would be easier if everyone just sort of forgot about me.
She did not love herself. She didn't love anything about anything.
She told her sisters she wanted to die, but something she never saw coming would make her desperate to live again.
These children suddenly got their mother back.
Oh yeah, there you go, pirate.